Denise, you're going away on yet another business trip again today, aren't you, young lady? Good grief. To think you're still up to your old tricks after being married to my son for 12 whole years. When will you finally accept your place and stay home to do the cooking and cleaning? This again? Really? You message me with the same stuff at the same time every day on my lunch break. Could you please stop? I can't even enjoy my break properly because I spend all my time replying to your complaints. You live next door to me and Mike, so presumably this could wait until I get off work and actually have time to speak to you. I'm gonna have my work cut out for me this afternoon since one of the girls rang in sick today, so I'd really appreciate it if you could hold off on this for a little while. Like I've told you countless times, Missy, you need to quit that job at once. Where did this silly idea that women need to work come from in the first place? I find it seriously hard to believe you make much money. I doubt your coworkers would even notice if you disappeared. Come on, dear, do the right thing and quit, won't you? The world will keep spinning and your company will be just fine without you. Besides, more importantly, I know full well the reason you still haven't provided me with grandchildren is because you're too damn obsessed with that job. You're 30 now, Denise, and your healthy childbearing years are rapidly disappearing. Hurry up and produce children, woman! That's why you need to quit your job, for the good of this family and the continuance of my bloodline. I understand what you're saying, Marjorie, but you need to understand that if I were to quit this job, me and Mike wouldn't be able to get by anymore. The days of being able to run a household on one salary are long gone. Things are too uncertain for us to think about having kids right now, and even if I could afford to quit my job, it's not that simple. They'd have to find replacements and train them up before they even considered letting me go. Oh, what a load of drivel. Must you still insist on sticking to this nonsense that you can't get by on Mike's salary alone? I know my son is more than capable of providing for the both of you, and you should be ashamed for suggesting otherwise. We've had this conversation about 1,000,000 times now, but yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Well, it's not true! Oh, good grief. Why did I have to be the unfortunate mother-in-law who ended up with a daughter like you? Oh, I have the worst luck. And why do I have to be stuck with a mother-in-law who won't believe her son doesn't make enough money to support the household? Don't you remember the time I showed you my payslips? What? How dare you get an attitude with me, young lady? If I carry on talking to you, I'm not going to have enough time to finish my lunch, so you'll have to excuse me.
Hey, Denise, you said something horrible to my mum, didn't you?
Horrible? What do you mean?
Well, apparently you ordered her to stop messaging you because you didn't want to talk to her on your lunch breaks at work. I know everything, so you better be straight with me. I know you disrespected my mum for standing up for me too. My mum might only be your mother-in-law, but that still makes her your mum. Mark my words, if you don't start being nice to her, there will be hell to pay. Start showing the proper respect.
Good grief. Is this what they mean when they say, it's not what you say, but how you say it? Sure, I did technically say those things, but I certainly didn't order her around or disrespect her. She's conveniently painting me as the villain while totally omitting all the other stuff she said first. And you fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
Huh? Oh, God damn you. My mum is not in the wrong here.
Sure, whatever you say. Ugh. How the hell did I make it through 12 years of this with you? I deserve a medal.
What's that supposed to mean?
Anyway, as things stand, I'm currently going through the final confirmations for the documents I'll be needing for tomorrow's meetings as we move into the last part of the business trip. Which means I won't have the time to message you anymore.
Hey, stop right there. I'm still not done talking to you, bitch.
Denise, it would appear you've gone away on yet another business trip. Yes, that's right. And you'll be coming home the day after tomorrow? Yep. What are the chances of you being able to reschedule the rest of your business trip? That all depends on the situation here and what my boss says in the event that I request he let me go early. Is there some kind of problem? Nothing in particular. I just wanted confirmation first, that's all. First? Don't worry about it, darling. Forget I said anything. Goodbye. Mike? What's going on here?
Huh?
I just got home from my business trip. Not only did I come home to find that everything, including the furniture and the kitchen utensils, are gone, with only my things left behind. But there was also a signed set of divorce papers on the living room floor. What the hell is going on?
Exactly what you saw. But I've been thinking of divorcing you for a while now. So I discussed it with my mum, and I decided to kickstart my fresh start by moving out and getting a new place with her.
Wait, did you do this on purpose? You knew today was our 12th wedding anniversary, right?
Well, I guess you could say I did. The thought of divorcing you on our wedding anniversary was so hilarious I couldn't resist.
That doesn't explain why you did it. Is it safe to assume that if you left the divorce papers and moved out after talking it through with your mom, she was in favor of it all?
Boom, you hit the nail on the head.
I see. Right, got it. I want to make it clear that you will be taking full responsibility for the necessary implications of the divorce.
Necessary? Implication? Wait, what the hell does that mean? Oh, do you mean the divorce papers? Oh, I don't know why you're so panicked, but you need to chill out. Don't worry, I made sure to sign them before I left. All you need to do is sign them yourself before taking them down to the county clerk's office, and we're done. I fulfilled my final responsibility to you when I signed those papers. Now, you should get your facts straight before you start trying to act cool. You have no power over me, so just accept it. And hand in those papers.
There's one thing I want to ask you.
What?
How are you going to support yourself after we break up?
Huh?
Your mom doesn't work, right? You're going to be left to support your mom entirely on your own earnings. But how are you going to do it? I mean, you don't have to answer if you don't want to tell me, but I am kind of curious.
Ain't it obvious? Me and my mum still have my dad's inheritance, so whether you're around or not, don't make a damn bit of difference.
I see. I think I know what's happening now. Alright, just to get this straight. You're sure you want me to hand in these divorce papers, right?
Yes, that's why I signed them, moron. Get them handed in as quickly as possible so we can hurry up and put all this crap behind us.
I'll think about it. Denise, hello, you are home now, right? Me and my son won't be needing you around anymore. We're finished with you. You and him are getting a divorce. Wow. So it's your turn this time, huh, Marjorie? This time? Mike messaged me a little while ago about the divorce, as well as to inform me that he'd moved out of the house. Oh, he did? Well, in that case, I only have one thing to tell you. You left me no choice but to have Mike divorce you because you failed to have children. I figured the quicker we get rid of you, the quicker he can marry his new girlfriend. And believe me, she has much more traditional views on the world than you, and she's actually happy to fulfill her womanly role. Before long, I'll finally get to meet my grandkids. Oh, Mike found my replacement already? He must have told you himself, surely. You see, Delilah's already pregnant with Mike's baby, so we need to get the divorce finalized and get you out of the picture as quickly as possible, so he can marry her before my precious darling angel is born. Wow, I see. Do you mind if I ask you a question? What is it? How exactly do you plan on supporting yourself from now on? Huh? What do you mean? Mike's not going to be able to rely on my salary anymore once we divorce. I don't know whether this Delilah girl you just mentioned has a job or not. She was working when the two of them met, but I had her quit when they told me she was pregnant so she could focus on the household and fulfill her feminine duties in her new family. I see. So that means Mike's going to be supporting 3 people, soon to be 4, entirely on his salary? Yes, that's right. Are you sure this is really a good idea? Of course it is, otherwise we wouldn't be doing it. I know Mike makes a damn sight more money than you do, so we don't have a thing to worry about. Getting by on his salary will be a breeze. It pays to have a rich son, you know. A rich son? Are we talking about the same person here? You do know Mike doesn't make that much money, right? What on earth are you talking about? I remember that time you showed me your payslips. You make about $3,000 a month. And you told me he makes twice as much, right? I mean, Mike was always the breadwinner, so it makes perfect sense that he'd be earning significantly more than you. If he makes double, he must be making around $6,000 a month. Whoa, stop there. You've made a serious misunderstanding here. It's the opposite. Huh? I never said Mike makes twice as much as me. I said I make twice as much as him. What? To rephrase it simply, it's true that I do make $3,000 a month. But Mike makes half of that. He's on around $1,500 a month. Excuse me? You lived next door to us, Marjorie. How did you not realize? Did you seriously think your son makes 4 times as much as he actually does? How could you not notice? Mike switched jobs like it was no one's business, hardly ever managing to hold a single one down for more than a few months at a time. In the 12 years he and I have been married, he switched jobs 8 times. 8 times? Once, miraculously, he managed to carry on working the same job for a whopping 3 years, but that was the exception. In general, he'd work for 2 or 3 months at a time in between big gaps of being unemployed. It's only natural someone like that would struggle to increase their salary. That's why he was living off my salary so much of the time. What? No, this is insane. My own son, a sponging freeloader? Why didn't you tell me earlier? Mike said he'd tell you himself, and to tell you the truth, I didn't think that it was my place to say anything, so I left it alone. Hang on, this doesn't add up. Wait a sec. If you're telling the truth and you really were the breadwinner this whole time, why would he divorce you? You don't bite the hand that feeds. It just doesn't make sense. Even if he did find himself another, more traditional, feminine woman, it doesn't matter if they don't have any money. Oh, goodness gracious me, there's no way my son could be this irresponsible. Based on his messages earlier, he seems pretty certain his dad's inheritance will be enough for them to get by on. Does that ring any bells? Huh? Inheritance? But we didn't get any inheritance. Right? That's what I thought. Obviously, I didn't say that to Mike, because what would be the point? But I do seem to remember his dad having some seriously wasteful spending habits, so the idea of anything he left behind being enough to support a family of 4 on was dubious, to say the least. Anyway, don't you think it would be best to talk to Mike in person about this? It would appear you've both been sorely overestimating each other, and you, Marjorie, have become completely financially dependent on someone who's incapable of supporting you. What's more, a lack of honest, open discussion has allowed the whole thing to go on for so long that I doubt there's any way out that doesn't involve a heck of a lot of stress and hardship for both of you.
Hey, Denise, I've decided to give you one last chance.
Huh? Oh, wait, let me guess. Have you been speaking to your mom?
Yes, yeah, it just so happens I have. Listen up, because I'm about to tell you the results of our conversation.
I'd rather you didn't.
Are you ready to hear it? I'm about to tell you the one and only way you can escape the painful prospect of divorcing me and keep me as your man, now and forever. Give me and my mum your entire salary. Basically, me and my mum will be managing the household finances from here on out. We've kindly decided to give you $100 a month because we wouldn't want to leave you hanging out to dry or anything, so you can use that to get by on. If you agree to these conditions, I promise not to divorce you, and I'll tell you my new address.
Wow, I see. You mean you'd let me have a whole $100 of my own money? Oh, you really are generous, Mike.
If you want to keep me as your husband, you're going to let me treat you like my personal ATM.
I'm moving to Japan, so that ain't gonna happen.
Huh? Japan? What the heck are you talking about? Like, I knew you liked manga, but this is taking it too far. Explain. Now.
My boss has been making subtle hints about wanting me to go on a several-year work transfer at our company's Japanese branch for a while now. And to be honest, until recently, I wasn't sure whether I should take him up on the offer. But with you suddenly springing divorce on me and moving house with your mom, I knew that my time to visit the land of the rising sun had come.
What in God's name? You're going to Japan?
Yes, well done, Mike. You can read. Anyway, that's why today I told my boss I've decided to take him up on his offer of a work transfer to Japan.
Oh my god.
He asked me if I'd be willing to go under the assumption I'd be staying at least for a few years, to which I replied yes. So I imagine I'll only be coming back to the States for birthdays and Christmases for the foreseeable future.
Oh my god, I can't believe this. Seriously, Denise, what the hell? Why didn't you tell me before? Wait. The divorce papers, did you? Did you do it?
Yep, I stopped by the county clerk's office on my way to work this morning.
No, wait. Oh, you have to be kidding me. Oh, god damn it. No. But my mum told me that my dad's inheritance doesn't even exist. We were supposed to be living off of that. How the hell are me and my mum supposed to get by now?
Oh, that reminds me, I almost forgot. You'll be paying me compensation for cheating on me. Expect to be contacted by my lawyer in the coming days.
Compensation? Wait, what? What? Why?
Oopsie. Looks like you got found out. I know you did your best to hide it, but I've been suspicious about you screwing other girls behind my back for a very long time now. Eventually, I started collecting evidence. Can you believe your mom even brought up one of your lovers in our conversation yesterday? How careless. I wonder how loyal Delilah will turn out to be when the bill arrives.
Holy heck. What in the Lord Jesus' name have you done?
I burst out laughing when her name came up. I thought you and your mom would be a little more, well, coordinated since you get along so well. Anyway, we'll be doing everything else through my lawyer, because, to be honest, I'm sick to death of speaking to you. We're nothing but strangers now. Goodbye.
No, Denise, don't do this, Denise. This is the biggest mistake you'll ever make.
Denise, hello? A signed for parcel from you just arrived at my house. How did you find out our new address? Explain yourself. You're squatting in the abandoned house that belongs to your late husband's brother, aren't you? What the? I got an angry message about how my husband and mother-in-law had moved in without permission. Oh my god, he knows too? When I explained the circumstances, he agreed that there was nothing we could do until the situation gets resolved, and with that, he agreed to help me. Until the situation gets resolved? Help you? What's that supposed to mean? It's about the package that just arrived at the house you're illegally trespassing in. To put it simply, hurry up and pay me my compensation for the affair, is what it says. Compensation? Mike cheated on me, which means I have the right to ask for compensation. Delilah already paid her share, so I suggest Mike hurries up and gets this over with sooner rather than later. Say what now? Apparently Mike lured her in with the promise of his dad's inheritance, which he later found out doesn't actually exist. When she found out he didn't have any money, she told him she lied about the pregnancy and promptly blocked him and moved back out to the countryside. The pregnancy was a lie? Oh, but that means my grandchild. Yep, it doesn't exist. Oh my god. Oh, Janice, listen to me. Oh, darling. You need to get back with Mike. Oh, that's right. Patch things up and move back in together. I hereby officially give you my permission. Actually, I'm gonna have to pass on that one. You see, I'm going to Japan. Japan? Wow, would you look at that? There goes that chronic lack of communication again. I did already tell Mike about this, you know? For a mother and son who get along so well, you sure don't seem to talk about anything. What am I supposed to do if that darn stubborn blockhead doesn't tell me anything? It's not my fault. Well, to be honest with you, Marjorie, explaining the entire situation to you again doesn't sound all that appealing. So feel free to go right ahead and ask Mike. Denise, please. Oh, please don't do this. This is the biggest mistake you'll ever make. Goodbye. And that was the story of how I divorced my husband and decided to move to Japan. I got temporarily transferred to Company HQ in advance of my trip, where I'm currently making my preparations with plans to depart for Japan 6 months from now. When I told my parents, who lived out in the countryside, they joked that they were going to sell their house and come with me, while supporting themselves by working in a hedgehog cafe in Tokyo. And it turns out they were half serious, because they did actually sell the house, and their tickets are now officially booked. My company provided me with temporary accommodation until my departure, where me, my mom, and my dad are all living together now. Which made it all the more hilarious when my ex-husband and mother-in-law, having just been forced to pay me a hefty sum in compensation, attempted to launch an attack on my parents' old house after they'd moved out. Apparently, they were struggling to get by with no money and came to demand I pay them back the compensation. But they got arrested when a neighbor called the cops on them for wrecking the garden and kicking down the front door. The new owner of the house, who was about to start renovating it, was naturally pretty upset by the whole thing, so he took them to court. And with that, the terrible two were forced to pay even more compensation. Last I heard, Mike and Marjorie were both working like dogs to pay off their debt repayments after being disowned by their entire family.